race in a Southwest derby. 2-0 to Remo Stars. The Southwest King are at it again. The referee, having seen enough of an exciting 100 minutes of football, called play to a halt for 3 points for the coach Daniel Ogmodade-led side. And top.
Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's quite a very interesting weekend. A lot of football actions, event in athletics, African Athletics Championship, and a whole lot of event in Nigeria. The MPF coming to conclusion for the 2023 league season. We'll be looking at these and other stories on the show this morning. I've got my friend and brother. I've got someone in the studio who's a grassroots football expert who is joining me on the show this morning. Wilfred Shando, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Fash.
Okay, let's go straight to business. You know how we do it. We'll start from the home front, but this time around, we'll be starting with athletics. That is all the way from Cameroon, Douala precisely, where the Athletics African Championship is ongoing. And one lady is doing so well for herself, for the country, and for the sport. I say Brume clinches fourth African long jump crown after a leap of 6.73 meters to win the title ahead of Burkina Faso's Mata Kuala, who came second after 5 attempts in that particular event. And it has now become 4 titles for S.A. Brume, winning it in 2014 in Marrakech, Morocco, 2016 in Durban, South Africa, and in Nigeria, the last in Nigeria, and that was in Asaba 2018. And now in 2024, she's winning her 4th crown in Cameroon. Quite an impressive outing for S.A. Brume at the African Athletics Championship in Cameroon.
Well, that's a very huge one for us, as a country, and also to the entire African continent, having someone of that, pedigree doing wonderfully well. Of course, she's a household name when it comes to long jump, and I think she has done incredibly well in the past, and then at the ongoing championship in Douala, Cameroon, she's still proving to people that whatever she has achieved in the past wasn't or has not been a fluke. So I think we should just hope that she does better at the world stage, at the global stage.
Okay, let's tie this to the Olympics. It's coming fast as we speak. What's our chances of our athletes in track and also in field?
We have the chances are quite much, if you ask me, because I think we've got a lot of potentials when it comes to track and field. We've been dominating, of course, in one way or the other in the African continent. I think at the Olympics it won't be anything strange to them. S.A. Brume is there. We have Toby and Mosen, and then a few others. So I think the Olympics should actually be a playground for them to actually bring out the full potentials in them, so that the whole world will understand what Nigeria is made of, not just Nigeria but also Africa.
Okay, all right. Now just in Africa continent, Nigeria got the talent, and this minister, Senator John Owon, actually asked the athletes to use the African Athletics Championship as a rehearsal for Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, let's move away from the track athletics now. Let's go straight to the beach volleyball qualifier. That is the Olympic qualifier for beach volleyball, where it's another bitter one for us by losing this ticket. They came close in Tokyo 2020 again and again, losing the ticket for a second time running. It didn't qualify. That's Team Nigeria after they had earlier beat Cape Verde 2-0 in that semi-final, and they set up a very big clash against Egypt in the final. They played 2 games on the same day. That game was played yesterday, and at the end of the day, the last set of that game, it was 15-8 victory for the Egyptians. And what it means is that the Egyptians picked the Olympic ticket ahead of Nigeria. It's so painful because this same team came close of going to Tokyo Olympics. That was in 2020, and again coming close to get to Paris 2024. They lost the final game to the Egyptians.
It's quite heart breaking that the Egyptians we see today will see them again. I don't actually know how adequately prepared we were prior to the qualifiers, but then losing to the Egyptians is quite heartbreaking. But I also understand the situation, the scenario surrounding the Athletic Federation and of course the
beach volleyball.
The beach volleyball. So they should just come home with their shoulders high, their heads up, and then try again.
Okay, they should come back home and try again. That's the Nigerian Volleyball Federation. Is one of the vibrant federation we have in the country, and they actually did a whole lot to see that these girls actually made it to the Olympics. But the Egyptian was still, after the first set, we won the first set. The second set, the Egyptian came back into the game, and the deciding set, it was 15-8. For us, actually Nigeria raised to some points before the Egyptian had to power to that 15-8 victory in the deciding set for this competition. Well, let's see, after Paris 2024, let's see if this team, the next Olympics, if they can get the ticket. They came close in 2020, this time around also losing the final. That is the way it is for the beach volleyball. All right, still talking about some stories that concerns Nigeria. Let's go straight to Lagos, where the WTT contender, that is table tennis event, World Table Tennis contender event, came to a close also over the weekend. But the news is that Nigeria win in the men's and the women's singles final. It was won by the foreigners who came to the country, the likes of, we have Dimitrij Overtrov winning the men's singles title, and then we have the Indian lady Sarija Akula winning the women's single title. It was quite a very interesting game, an intense one. Dimitrij beating Ricardo Walter 4-1 in that game. The first set was 11-7. 11-7, 7-11, 12-10, 11-16 for that game. The last set was won by Dimitri to actually take the title, and then for Sarija Akula of India winning the women's single title. And at the same time, the Indian ladies defeated us in the doubles final. But it was a good event in Lagos, using it as a preparatory event for our own table tennis player for the Paris Olympic Games.
Wow, it's a very big lesson for them to learn. It's like a question of, if a cheetah cannot run, it should give way for a tortoise. we hosted them, but we couldn't, go beyond a certain stage. So, they came, they saw, and they conquered. So I think we should learn and move on from there.
Okay, we should learn and move on from there. The Nigerian Table Tennis Federation actually used this game also as a way of preparing our table tennis players for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. We know the likes of Edem, Fatima Bello, all of them will be at Paris, and they also participated in this particular event right there at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos. Congratulations to Akula and congratulations to Dimitri for winning the men's and the women's singles title. But in the doubles final, it was a good one for us because we have a podium finish in the doubles, despite we lost in the doubles final. But at the end of the day, we won the silver at that in the doubles event. But for the singles men's event and the women's event, it eluded Nigerians right there. All right, let's move away from the table tennis story and go straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. It was match day 38, and finally they already won the league in match day 37 against Bendel Insurance, but they just have to play their last match match day. That was the match day 38 against Gombe United, who has already been relegated, and it was 2-1 against Gombe United. And as it stands right now, Enugu Rangers lifted their 8th title, or Nigerian title, just one behind Enyiba of Aba. Now, the Nigerian Premier Football League came to a close yesterday, the 2023-2024 season, and Enugu Rangers winning the title. They finished the season on 70 points.